Welcome in. We're in the third, and there are no outs. I'm John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss as he was late. Hancock, the tall righty, he features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Cut on and lifted in the air. Arozarena in position, one away. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider. And it's fouled away.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One out, bases empty. On the ground to the left. And it gets by him. Man at first. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. And first offering is fouled off. That one's upstairs, ball one. Schneider, the base runner at first with one out.
Two and one.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Hit in the air, center field. And there are two outs. So a man aboard. Here's the Toronto catcher, Tyler Heineman. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
That one misses. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Two outs.
Count is full.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next.
3-2, two out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
And ball four, two aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
And that one is lifted in the air. That's a hit. Coming home. The throw in. But it's offline. And it's an 8-run lead.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter. But when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Left field. And that'll do it. One run in the inning, but they leave two. We move on to the bottom of it. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Max Scherzer goes to work. Swings through that one for strike one.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Scherzer with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch. Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Fastball for a strike. That's down and in. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
You got a full count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. So here's Scherzer. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That catches the corner.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Mariners. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. And that misses.
That's the ball.
And the count is 1-1. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
On the outside corner, that is strike 2. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. One gone, runner at first. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, George Springer. 0 for 2 in this one. Check swing, and he held up. Santander leads off first with 1 away.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Varsho at the plate now. That's ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Got all of that one. His 9th homer of the year, and they tack on 3. It's 11-0.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Emerson Hancock will depart. And as he heads. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Gregory Santos. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty. Foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Misses inside, and that is ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Nope, ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Next one misses, and now 3-0. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
This one popped up, and it falls. And now 2 aboard. The throw to second is offline.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So the lineup flips over. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. That misses.
Nope, that's
ball
that's
1.
a ball.
And there's a foul ball. And that skips in the dirt.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Slider squirts away. But all the runners hold. First and second, 2 down. Line drive. Crawford throws to first in time. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Victor Robles.
Well, these Mariners, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats. And I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often. And I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. And that's in the dirt. Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
No, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Clement handles, throws to first. Rodriguez out of the play. And he is for Seattle. They trail in this one 11-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike
It's
one.
0-1.
Action in the pen down there. Trent Thornton preparing to come on if needed. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
0-2.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's through there for a strike. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls
2 balls,
away.
1
I think
strike.
he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That pitch clips the outside corner. And the count now even up. Next offering misses down and away. That smash towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Anthony Santander at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. That one hammered center field. Rodriguez drop step going back and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 12-0.
Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more four-seam action than there is sink, and that can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't miss a stitch on that baseball. He's got himself a home run.
Fastball
1-1.
almost got him there.
Tag 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that
1-2.
arm action.
Stays alive. That one in the dirt, and the count's even at 2. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're at the top of the 5th. Battling here as he fouls it away. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Home half. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in, Cal Raleigh. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mariners, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point. Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. Scherzer ready to fire now. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Outside. 1-2 to count. And that just misses.
That's a good pitch there.
2-2.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Oh, right to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Austin Shenton getting ready to hit. Fastball for a strike. Comes up empty.
0-2.
And downstairs.
That's the ball.
Rayleigh at second with 2 down. Mad Max notches the K. 1 left for Seattle. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Trent Thornton.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
There's a swing and a drive. And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. Now at the plate, Davis Schneider. 1 for 3. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Man at second. Runner takes off for third. Got him swinging. Throw to third. Save.
They are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Fought off foul. One away with a runner at third. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-2. Fly ball down the line. He makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. It's 13-0. And next for Toronto, Tyler Heineman. That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Fastball is outside. And a foul ball. 2 out, space is empty.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
And that one almost got him.
Full count.
Back to work. 3-2 now. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. And it hits the fence. And into second easily with a 2-out double. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Swing and a ball line to center. Rodriguez.